Supreme Court won't hear oral arguments until the end of April. Now, let's look at a scenario where the Supreme Court says, yes, he has all those rights. He is immune from everything.
Yeah.
You know what Joe Biden could do since he is presently president?
What?
Whoa. He could throw every Republican in jail.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. And here we have is a psychotic view. The psychotic, which is also known as Whoopi Goldberg. It's kind of hilarious, really, because these psychopaths, these fascists, these dictators, communists, they all really start to expose themselves sooner or later. And, yeah. You know, Whoopi, I don't know if you know anything about this, because, you know, you're obviously an idiot, and, your intelligence doesn't seem to be very high. But, normally when you arrest people that have a different political viewpoint on you, or against you, or, you know, what have you, it seems to be a little bit of a dictatorship, bit of a communist, fascist regime type stuff. You know who did that? Yeah, that was, Hitler did this. Anyone that went against his narrative, or anybody's narrative for that matter, Putin does this too, by the way, you get jailed. Do you think that people have the right to protest in Russia? No, they don't, because they get arrested. In fact, we see numerous times to where, Russia does this, and they send them into little black vans, and for some other reason, they kind of disappear. So you are advocating for them to do this, right? This is something that you're doing. Here's another thing that may become shocking to you, really. But Biden's already doing this. Biden is already going after Republicans. They have been doing this for a while now. There are people that have been under arrest, especially specifically the January 6th, but other people have been arrested for just being Republican. This has not been surprising. Biden has been acting like a dictator for the past 40 years now, so this is nothing new. So we have this here. We have Whoopi Goldberg says Biden could throw every Republican in jail if Trump wins immunity case. She's psychotic. The View is psychotic. I don't know how they still have viewers, honestly, because the only way that you could possibly ever think of this is that you're a fascist, that you are a dictator. You want your opinions to only be the opinions for everybody else to hear and see, but everybody else's opinions, no, they get to go throughout the window. You get to, if they don't agree with me, I get to arrest them. I get to put them in jail. I get to punish them. This is the way they think, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way they think of normal human beings, that's not on their actual viewpoint because they're psychotic, they're fascists, because this is just what they think. There's more to do the actual story at hand here, which we're going to get to, because, I don't know about you, it kind of bothers me, but it should bother you as well. Take a look.
The Supreme Court won't hear oral arguments until the end of April. Now, let's look at a scenario where the Supreme Court says, yes, he has all those rights. He is immune from everything.
Yeah.
You know what Joe Biden could do since he is presently president?
What?
Whoa. He could throw every Republican in jail.
Yeah.
I mean, he could. I mean, no. This is not a good thing. Because he'd have totally, he can go. What this means is he could do anything.
Yeah.
He could dismiss everybody's debt.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole bunch of great stuff that could happen, but let's really look at what this means.
Yeah. So they're basically kicking the can down the road, though. They're not taking up this case immediately.
Right.
So what's their motivation then? If we all know that they can't do what you just said because of the extreme power that a president would have, what is their motivation for not doing it right away?
See, this is the reason why when you let idiots onto a show that have no idea on what legal procedures or anything else that happens, I want you guys to let you know that when you are in court or there's any kind of a court proceeding, a lot of cases take months to get to. Honestly, it's astonishing that the Supreme Court is answering this so quickly, considering the Supreme Court has other cases and other things to rule on and stuff in their case. So it's insane to me that you think that, oh, well, this is the way it should be, right? This is why they're taking so long. Hello, they have other cases that they have to do, morons. I hate to break it to you, but law is never quick in our country. Things take eons. We are probably an extremely slow country, most likely, when it comes to a lot of law stuff. But thanks to COVID and many other reasons, a lot of law and stuff has been pushed back to months to even years because COVID shut down the whole entire country for practically a bloody year. So when we did this, everything was pushed back, and I'm going to assume this was also due to the case of the Supreme Court, but if not, even still, if it wasn't for the Supreme Court, they still have a lot of cases they have to rule on, and things take forever, and yes, by the way, this is a huge violation of what they're doing. Obviously, in the 14th Amendment, he wasn't accused or put down for any insurrection whatsoever, so that being said, there's no rush to it, but also somewhat of a rush because they're violating law. I don't understand these people are idiots, guys. They're idiots. They don't understand how actual law works. I'm no lawyer, alright? I'm not saying that I claim to be a lawyer, but I do know in most cases, it takes forever to do it. Even with my own ticket, it took them 2 weeks, bare minimum 3 weeks, before I could even get my ticket done. I was already ready to go. I was ready to be solidified. I was getting stuff done. But no, it took 2 weeks for the court to even get anything into their system, so that way I can actually do the ticket. And people wonder why some people end up forgetting or do stuff on their tickets, because, well, maybe because you act extremely slowly.
Unfortunately, some people are saying the motivation is that there are certain conservative justices that have been appointed by Trump that want to help him. And because we know the end result is if this case is not resolved by the time of the election, and he, God forbid, becomes the president of the United States,
poo-poo.
The Justice Department policy is that you cannot indict nor put on trial a sitting president, right? And so it's his get out of
He could
jail.
throw him in jail.
But it's his get out of jail free card.
No, I'm saying Biden could throw.
Yeah,
See,
Biden
this
could
is
do
a
that.
slippery slope because if they give him this immunity,
what's good for the goose?
Again, you guys don't seem to understand what the 14th Amendment it really is in the first place. And most cases, if we were coming down to the powers of this Civil War that happened about, over a century ago, this is something that they have in order to avoid insurrection. Donald Trump has not ever done an insurrection. He has not said anything that would cause it. He has time and time again said they go out peacefully and stuff like that. So I don't know where they're even getting this. Of course, they're idiots, so they don't actually look at any true information. But again, these people are morons. I don't know. They need help. They need help.
What we'll say is they're listening to these arguments in April. The end of their term is in June, right? They return again, I believe, in October. The Bush v. Gore case happened real quick. Do you remember that? The Supreme Court knows how to work real fast.
That was the day democracy.
That was the day that democracy died. No, the day that the democracy honestly died was probably either earlier or especially at least now. We had no democracy here. It is a one-tier party with a two-tier justice system. Democrats can go and say or do whatever they want and not get punished for it, whereas Republicans, if they go do anything that is against the narrative, against what the agenda, Republicans will get arrested. And they're already doing this. This is not really a surprise to us anymore. And it makes me fear for my friends as well, because they're not really political. They don't watch any political stuff all that much, and they don't agree what's going on in what's happening in our country. And you would jail people like this, Whoopi Goldberg, you would jail them because they don't agree with you. They don't really agree that either Donald Trump should be arrested or not because they're undecided. They don't follow the political narrative. They don't follow any of this stuff. And you would jail them. And this is what Joe Biden has done. He's jailed innocent, normal people that that are just expressing their right to protest and stuff like that, or just normal people in general, people that are religious. They it's insane to me on what she's opening her mouth. It's absolutely ludicrous. This is the way they think, though. This is the way the far left think. They all think Republicans should be jailed, and it's insane to me. And I don't think all leftists should be jailed. I do think that if the leftists do commit a heinous crime, then they should probably be jailed for, violating the bloody law. All right, guys. It's insane to me. That's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. So take care, guys.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.